Okay, so welcome back to the class. In the previous class, I had given some properties or some formulas regarding the complex number. Okay, in today's class, let's continue with that one. Till question number 8, I have discussed there, and number 9, you should know properties of modulus of a complex number. Okay, so what are the properties of modulus of a complex number? Let's discuss. I have already told you what is modulus of a complex number, isn't it? So property number 1, mod of z1 plus z2, plus minus, it might be plus minus. Okay, it will be equals to mod z1 plus minus mod z2. You can split. When you add two complex number, its modulus, whatever you will get, that will be equivalent to the modulus of first complex number plus or minus modulus of second complex number. Okay, so z1 and z2 are two different complex numbers. Number 2, z1 into z2, mod of z1 into z2 will be equals to mod z1 into mod z2. Okay, next number 3, mod of z1 divided by z2 will be equals to mod of z1 upon mod of z2 separately, like this. Okay, so these are some properties, and refer your book for more properties. Okay, there are some more properties, you can refer your book for those properties. Otherwise, I'll discuss those properties while solving the questions itself. Okay, so where is my okay, so let me erase this one. I lost my duster room. So next, number 10, sum powers of I, and it's simplified, simplified, simplified value. Number A, sum powers of I. I means, you know, root under minus 1 is called I. Okay, so sum powers of I square, I equals to I, number 1, I is equals to root under minus 1. I have already given this to you. I is equals to root under minus 1. So I, when this root goes towards left hand side, it becomes square, equals to minus 1. I square is minus 1. Okay, number C, I cube. What will be the value of I cube? I cube, you have to split I into I square into I. I square is minus 1 into I minus I. Value of I cube is I. So 3 you can split 2 plus 1 as 2 plus 1. Okay. Number D, I to the power 4. I to the power 4, you can write I square whole square. I square whole square. So I square means minus 1. It's square. I square is minus 1 and it's square. Okay. So it will be 1 only. I to the power 4 is 1. The number E, I to the power 5. I to the power 5 will be I to the power 4 dot I. I to the power 4 dot I. I to the power 4 dot I. That is I to the power 4 means I square whole square into I. So I square is minus 1 square into I. So it will be I only. Minus 1 square is 1. So into I is I. Number F, I to the power 6. I to the power 6 is I square whole cube. You can write this. 2 3s are 6. Okay, so you'll get I to the power 6. So I square is minus 1 whole to the power 3. Minus 1 to the power 3 means minus 1 only. That you know. minus 1 cube bhaneko, if there is odd in power, then minus remains as it is, and if there is even in power, then minus becomes plus. That you know. Okay, next, let me give some more. Let me give, if number z, I to the power 100 will be how much? I to the power 100 is I square to the power 50. So I square is minus 1 to the power 50 is minus plus 1. Okay. Next g is I to the power 103. If there is odd, you have to make it sum of even and odd. So I 102 into I 102 means 51 into 2 square into 51, that is into I is also there, into I. Okay, so 102 means 2 into 51 is 102. I square is minus 1 to the power 51 into I. So minus 1 to the power 51 is minus 1 into I. So minus I. So in this way, you have to simplify the value of I. Power simplification of I. Okay, power simplification of I. So if you know the value of I means root under minus 1, then from there you can derive the values of any powers of I. Like for example, suppose you are asked what is the value of I to the power 2000, then how much you will say? 2000 means I square into 1000 to the power 1000. So I square minus 1 to the power 1000 is minus 1, sorry, plus 1, since power is even, plus 1. So in this way you can write the values quickly. So no need to memorize this, just know the concept how to write the values. Okay, so this also you can add in your formula diary itself. Formula diary ma halirakhnu 10 number samma. Now let's move on to the problems. Formula section is over. Okay, problems on complex number. Problems on complex number. Problems on complex number. Question number 1. Simplify. Very simple question. Okay, SIMPLIFY. Simplify. Algebraic simplification, you know. Simplification of real numbers, natural numbers, whole numbers, you know. You have the idea. Now, how to simplify the complex numbers? Okay, if the equation is given in complex form. Question number A is 2 root under minus 18 plus 3 root under minus 50 minus 6 root under minus 8. This is a very simple question. Very simple question. Basic question of complex number. So you have to simplify 2 root under minus 18 plus 3 root under minus 50, 6 root under minus 8. And remember this 2 is separate from the root. Okay, don't write like this. See, don't write 2 like this. Minus 18. Don't put this 2 in this curve. It will have a different meaning. Okay, so you have to write this 2 separately, this 3 also separately, 6 also separately. If you write here, then it becomes square root minus 18. Okay, square root of minus 18. And if you write this 3 here, 3 minus 50, then it becomes cube root of minus 50. So you have to write 3 separately. So be careful with those things. So you have to simplify this. 2 remains as it is into root under minus 18 means root under 18i, because root under minus 18 means I have already explained you in the formula section in first video. You have to write root under 18 into root under minus 1. So root under 18 remains as it is, root under minus 1 means I. So root under 18i. Okay, root under 18i. So I am writing directly. Plus this will be 3 root under 50, root under minus 1 means I, minus 6 root under 8i. I is separate. this I is separate from this root. Okay, this is separate from the root. This root is for 18 only, this is for 50 only, and this is for 8 only, not for I. So 2, 18 means 9 2 is 18, 9 means 3 root 2I plus 3, 50 means 25 into 2, 25 means 5 root 2I minus 8 means 4 into 2, so 6 into 2 root 2I. This simplification I have done like this. You know how to simplify that one. Root under 18, you have to factorize this. 2 9s are 18, 3 3s are 9. So out of this 3, 1 comes out of the root and 2 remains within the root. You have the concept of this. Okay, you have done these things in junior classes only. Similarly for this 50 means 2 into 5 into 5. So out of those two 5s, 1 comes out of the root, and within the root you'll be left with 2. Okay, so 2 3s are 6 root 2I plus 3 5s are 15 root 2I minus 6 2s are 12 root 2I. Now here you have root 2I, here also you have root 2I, here also you have root 2I. Root 2I you can take out common. Root 2I you can take out common. Root 2I I'll take out common. So you are left with 6 plus 15 minus 12 within the bracket. Okay, so root 2I 6 plus 15. Okay, 15 minus 12 is 3 plus 6 is 9. So this you can write 9 root 2I. This is the answer. 9 root 2I is the simplest form of this expression. Your question was to simplify, isn't it? So from this long equation we got a single value. Okay, in this way you have to simplify this complex numbers equation. Okay, let's move on to another question. Let's move on to another question. Question says that, question number B says that simplify only. Okay, 2 root under minus 5 plus 3 2 root under minus 2. This is within the bracket, and another you have bracket minus 3 root minus 8 minus 20 within the root. This 2 root minus 5 plus 3 minus 2. Okay, this is your question. So first let's simplify this one. Instead of minus root under minus 1, let's write I. So 2 root 5I, this will be 2 root 5I plus 3 root 2I, this is there, and another minus 3 root 8I minus 20I, root 20I. Okay, so root under minus 1 means I. So instead of this minus root under minus I have used I. Now next what you can do is you can open the bracket, or first you can simplify this one, this and this you can factorize and make it in the simplest form. This and this you keep it as it is, 2 root 5I plus 3 root 2I. Okay, bracket minus 3, it means 2 root 2I minus 20 means 4 5s are 20, so 4 means 2 root 5I. Factorize and do it. Okay, 2 root 5I plus 3 root 2I, this remains as it is. So the minus 3 2s are 6 root 2I minus 2 root 5I. This and this I have multiplied, this two. Others I have kept as it is. Okay, now you can open the bracket. First you can multiply the this everything by this, and next step you can multiply this everything by this one. You know how to open the bracket. If you have a plus b and c plus d, what will you do? A c plus d plus b c plus d. You do like this, isn't it? So same process you can follow. Okay, you can follow the same process. So 2, I'll do step by step, okay. Minus 6 root 2i minus 2 root 5i. Again you have to multiply by this, plus 3 root 2i minus 6 root 2i minus 2 root 5i. Open the bracket. Number gets multiplied and this root gets multiplied, okay. This and this number you have to multiply, and this and this you have to multiply. I and I you have to multiply. This I and I you have to multiply. That follows for all the expression, okay. So 2 into minus 6 minus 12, root 5 into root 2 is root 10. I into I is I square. Minus 2 to the 4. Root 5 into root 5 means root 25. Root 25 means 5 only. Root under 25. Root 5 into root 5 is equals to root 25. Root 25 means 5. So 5I into I is again I square. Plus here. Plus into minus you will have minus 3 d 6 18. 18. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. I into I square. Plus minus minus. Okay. Plus into minus is minus. 3 into 2 is 6. Root 2 5s are 10. I square. Now this minus 12 minus 12 root 10 into I square means minus 1. I square, value of I square is minus 1. Okay, minus 4 5s are 20. I square is minus 1. Minus 18 into 2, 18 2s are 36. 36, I square is minus 1. Minus 2 root 10 minus 1. Because I square is equals to minus 1. So let's multiply this, equals to minus it will be plus. So 12 root 10, 12 root 10, okay. 12 root 10, this minus plus 20, minus plus 36, minus plus 2 root 10. 2 root 10. Okay, now like terms you can add or subtract, seeing the sign. This and this like terms, and this they are like terms. अब ये दोनों add होगा. So 12 root 10 plus 2 root 10. Root 10 remains as it is. You have to add the numbers only. 12 plus 2 is this and this. Okay. 12 plus 2 is 14. Root 10 remains as it is. Plus 20 plus 36. 56. You will get 56. 12 plus 2. Okay. Let me check. 12. Okay, so I have made a mistake out here. See, this 3 2s are, it will be 6. This is 6. Okay, you do the correction out there. Hope you have already done, because you can see the board clearly. So 3 2s are, it will be 6, and this is also 6. So minus plus 6 root 10 plus 6 root 10. So 12 plus 6 will be 18. 18 root 10 plus 20 plus 36 is 56. So this is your answer. This is the simplified form of the given expression. Okay. Next question number C. 3 bracket root under minus 1 plus root under minus 2 plus 2 minus 4. 3 bracket this plus this. This is your home task. This is your homework, and you refer your book for more questions of simplification, okay, on simplification of complex numbers. Try to simplify at least 10 to 15 questions. Find the question from your book, okay. You can see the examples. You can solve from examples as well as the exercises. So thank you. I'll continue in the next class, okay. In next class I'll come with modulus, otherwise express the following in a plus ib or x plus iy form. We will do in next class this one, okay. Thank you.